All right, man. We're live. Oh, we're live as fuck. Man, I wish I had a theme song. I keep saying this every time I start, but hey everyone, all you non-existent people in the chat, empty ass chat room right now. Don't worry, Isaac, it'll start filling up.
Okay.
But yeah, tonight my name is Donny Cho of Donny Cho Says Stuff, and I'm your host for this evening. And tonight I have a very special guest, my childhood buddy, my childhood homie, who I've known since I was 8 years old and he was seven, has finally made it to the show.
Bum, bum,
Isaac.
bum, 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 bum,
Fuck
bum,
yeah.
bum, 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 bum. I'm seeing the flag in the background, and
Yeah.
I've been feeling really patriotic lately. I don't know why.
And I got
I
you
feel like
flexing in the background.
I know that
Got
shit's
you.
ridiculous. I respect it, man.
Hold
Honestly,
on, let me
that's
let
it.
me let me remove us for a second so people at home can see the glory of this picture. Hold on. Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's nobody there. Where's the chat box on the YouTube?
Yeah, there's nobody here yet. I don't think people even know what. See, I changed my time, so motherfuckers don't even know what time my show is.
Yeah, no,
Oh
it's all
well,
good.
they'll come eventually. Don't worry. It's
Yeah.
weird because they'll be totally empty, and I'll be like, "Oh God, nobody likes me." And then all of a sudden, by the end of the show, there are all these like people in here. It's weird like
Oh
that.
yeah.
I mean, I guess that's what happens when you just do like K-pop for Bigfoot people. Oh, hey, there's. Oh no,
Oh,
wait, that's you. Oh, it's Poncho. What's up, Poncho?
what's up, Poncho?
You're the first dude in the chat. Actually, no. Earlier, Danielle was in here saying hi. She came in a few days ago. That's my psychic friend, Danielle. Um, she's done a
Yo,
show. So yeah, Isaac. It's oh hey, it's Paranormal Paul.
what's up, Paul?
So yeah, Isaac, dude, introduce yourself to the world.
All right, so I'm Isaac. This is my first podcast ever. Uh,
Second, actually.
Donnie, second. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Technically, I made a guest appearance the other day, a drop-in appearance,
yeah.
and then uh, Donnie is my childhood friend. We've known each other since first grade.
Mm-hmm.
We probably saw each other's wieners.
I definitely saw your wiener. I don't know if you ever saw my
Yeah,
wiener.
yeah.
Yeah,
But that's okay because we were young. We were kids.
yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you walk around with those boxers that open over the
Wait,
front.
do you think
Things slip
that
out.
freaking? Do you? No. Wait, I'm not talking about adulthood right now. I'm talking about kids,
Yeah, when we were kids, we would
like
always have
getting changed.
sleepovers, play Nintendo, wake up with morning wood. I mean, it happens, man. It happens.
But do you think that American culture, like that sort of thing, happens too? Like
Yeah, I'm
we're
sure it
treated
does,
like
man.
it does. It
Yeah, I'm
does.
sure.
In like a different way, though. I feel like
Wait a
it's not
minute.
as like
Do
normal
white
to
people
like.
also wear those boxers that open up in the front? Was that just a Korean thing?
Yeah. No. That's a common.
Okay,
Everybody.
just making sure. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure.
I I mean, I buy my boxers on Amazon and all of them has holes in the front. What the purpose of that hole is, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
Maybe.
either. I don't know. I think it's
Yeah.
to tell which way is front.
Or it's like an emergency trap exit, like
I
an emergency,
guess.
like, just in case you gotta whip your junk out for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And you can't get your pant boxers off or something.
Yeah, it's okay,
Anyways,
man. You're on Donnie
so
Cho Says
anyway,
Stuff.
Donnie Cho is my. Let me continue with the introduction. I'm not done.
Mm-hmm.
Donnie Cho is my childhood friend. He is one of the through the years, through and through. You guys may or may not know this about him. He's a much more tame version of himself these days, but he is
Hmm.
truly one of the
Yeah.
most mentally wild people that I have had the pleasure of knowing. He's been a constant friend of mine. We have been through hell and high water together. We've been through
Mm-hmm.
many experiences together. We're both in the latter half of our lives, and I am happy to know him. I'm happy to have the memories that I've had. Some of them are crazy. This guy is truly a legend of my adolescent and childhood years and my adult years. And I'm happy to be on the show, and I'm happy to be hanging out and with back with my friend again.
Yeah. It's good to have you on, man. Like without this, it's been a while. It's been like a while. So a little
Yes.
background. Isaac, you and I were around each other regularly a few years ago back in North
Yep.
Carolina. And
Yep.
then we all had to move to different states. Unfortunately, life gets in the way. Life happens. But if you recall, when we were in North Carolina, I was just getting into the ghost stuff, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Just getting into
Yeah.
the ghost stuff.
Well, you've always been into far out things.
Yeah, but not
Like,
yeah.
no,
I guess so.
dude. But You've always been the guy who's been out in like the fringe, and bringing it to like the mainstream of our friend groups. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You've always
yeah,
been like the educator. Before there was podcasts, there was Donny Cho finding it on like this information somewhere, and then
yeah.
you apply, you like bring this information to us, and we'd all be mind blown.
Oh,
Nowadays, like you can find this
oh
thing.
yeah. Remember, I was the first person in the whole group to get into MMA back when nobody knew about it.
Dude, if I had money at that time, do you know how crazy that'd be? If I could oh, like some kid tells me about MMA, and I'm like, oh man, that's kind of cool. And then if I had like invested money into UFC during that time, I'd be a freaking billionaire.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you called it, man, for sure.
So
You were the first one, and people made fun of you for it, mind you.
yeah, I give a shit about that. Fuck them.
And you never do. You never do. That's one of the things I respect about you.
Yeah.
You care about things, but
I care about shit.
Not dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you and I were hanging out in North Carolina right when I was getting into ghosts. We had to move to separate states. We kind of lost touch for a bit. And a few years later, here I am with my own goddamn YouTube show talking about like Bigfoot and shit. You and I have never even talked about Bigfoot ever.
Bigfoot has crossed my mind maybe 3 times in my life. Well, ever since I knew about the podcast, or I found out about the podcast, I've been thinking about Bigfoot more often.
Have you thought about Bigfoot before that?
No,
man.
Yeah, occasionally when it came up, like on some like random like unsolved mystery thing, but
or like on the Rogan podcast back in the day.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like I want to. It's interesting to me. It's fascinating to me, but why it's important is something that I'm more curious about.
Okay, so it's weird. Okay, let me walk you through it. So I kind of, I was becoming a paranormal fan when you and I left each other, right? Like I was getting into like paranormal podcasts and paranormal shows and talk about paranormal ghost shit, but I never really met anyone. I would just talk about it with you and, our crew, our peeps, right? I'll just talk, we just be hanging out and talking about like ghost shit, maybe UFO stuff. Mm. And then I started actually meeting people in the paranormal world. And these are people who had YouTube channels, and I started getting all involved in the chats. And then through them, and this is just ghost stuff, by the way, right? Yeah. So here's the thing about the scene, right? There's 3 camps, generally. There's the ghost motherfuckers, there's the cryptid people, and then there's the UFO motherfuckers, right? It's three camps. So the ghost people, they're all about haunted houses. Oh, by the way, I've been to like 5 haunted houses.
You told me about one of them. And,
yeah.
I tend not to think about it, but anyways, please.
And then the cryptid people, they're like the Bigfoot and Dogman people. And then there's the UFO people who are all about like disclosure and so it's like 3 camps, and then you have like kind of overlapping, like some people who are famous Bigfoot people will do like an appearance on like a UFO show. Some people who are like ghost people will show up on like a cryptid show, like a Bigfoot show.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of fell in with Bigfoot people. Like I was initially like never thought about Bigfoot. It's just kind of like they kind of overlap with ghost people. So that's kind of how I fell in with them.
Okay.
And then that's how I fell in with like all my friends now, like Tex and Rob and Jason. And then they all decided to do my own, they all convinced me to do my own show. And then all these Bigfoot people start showing up in the chat. So I'm like, oh shit, I might as well just do Bigfoot stuff. Hey, it's Magneticus. What's up? Transparency like Wonder Woman's jet. Oh yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, now I find myself like talking to like Bigfoot dudes and Dog. Oh, by the way, Dogman is like more the rage now than Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Do you know anything about
Of
Dogman?
course. I know very little. Actually, I know less about Dogman than I do Bigfoot,
Have you
for
ever even
sure.
heard of Dogman? You never even heard of Dogman until now, have you?
I'm sorry.
No, it's
I'm
good. No,
sorry to
that's
all
what I
the
want.
logic.
No.
I'm a complete layperson.
Yeah.
I'm completely a layperson. Like I
Isaac
want to
don't
know
know.
though.
You don't know dick about
Let me
Dogman.
let me let me ask you this. Okay,
Okay.
Did Dogman kill anybody? Is Dogman going to get me? That's a two-part question.
Okay. So part one, according to the stories and the accounts, yes, it has.
Is it one person? No. It's like a species, right?
It's hard to say. Oh, wait, is it one thing or is it like a species?
Or there
Oh,
multiple
oh,
all over the world?
they're fucking everywhere, baby.
What
They've
the
been
fuck, Steve?
they've been spotted. Yo, actually, I was listening to an interview with the Dogman, one of the heads of the Dogman research groups, the North American Dogman Project. It's a real thing, by the way.
Uh, dude, nothing
Yeah.
will shock me, although things might scare me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I asked him like, which state do you see the most reports of Dogman coming out of? And he was like, North Carolina is one of them.
No, are you serious? That explains a lot, man. Fucking
Especially
North
like,
Carolina.
yeah, especially like,
Like out in the
like
Appalachians or like,
yeah,
like in the
yeah,
Rocky Mountains.
yeah,
Holy shit, that's brutal. That's
yeah,
brutal.
man.
Question.
Okay.
Has the theory, because this just pops up into my head as to like what is, I'm gonna, while, please keep talking about Dogman while I unfurl, I don't even have an image in my head. What should I Google? Dogman images?
Cryptid. Dogman
Cryptid.
cryptid. Yeah. Guys, this is literally Isaac's first time even hearing of Dogman. See, this is the kind of cryptid conversation that I want, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's basically like a werewolf, but he doesn't wear
Whoa.
clothes. Yeah, people see this
Awesome.
shit, man. I know dudes who've encountered this shit more than once.
Dude, dude, all right. Okay, I gotta close this now. I
Yeah,
don't want
they're more fucked up than Bigfoot because Bigfoot would be like, Bigfoot's kind of like doing its own thing, right? It's
Right,
kind of like
right.
walking around. You see
Yeah.
it. Bigfoot's like, oh shit, there's a human, and kind of doesn't really give a shit.
Mhm.
Well, there are a couple stories that are really fucked up with Bigfoot, but I'll go get to those later. But Dogman's different. Dogman will like stare into your window and grin at you and shit.
No, all right. See, this is what. Let's talk about
Yeah.
Bigfoot. Are there any dogmen in California?
I haven't heard of
Dogmen sighting?
Dogman in California, Dogman sightings in California. I have heard of plenty of Bigfoot sightings in
You
California.
know why? Because monsters are smart. They don't want to live in the fucking desert like us dumb Californians.
Well, they
No,
all got
all
some
right.
crazy ass shit. Oh, it's Uncut Savage.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm unfortunately a cut savage because of my religious background.
Oh, you should revert back.
Yeah.
There's like a terminology for it.
I wish I could tape that shit back on.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah. Fucking so yeah, do you have to worry about getting jacked by a dog, man? I don't think so because you're not a woods guy, right? You don't go like wandering around into woods and shit.
I'm more of a beach guy for sure.
Yeah, I ain't never
Yeah.
heard of Dogman jacking no people on the beach.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not a woodsman. I wasn't a woodsman until I met my wife. And then she
She's all
she
about them woods.
apparently she loves the woods. Like
Uh-oh.
will freaking go hiking until I told her like, hey, you got to consider me now. She just like go to like some like North Carolina is nothing but trees, right?
Right.
And like there's so many like forested areas all over the place. Like she'll just like pull over and like fucking get lost. And like she'll just do wild coyote
Dude,
hunting.
that's not. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, she'll take her dogs and then like have the dogs just go run off and then like run back and like she just used to do shit like that. Like she's
Mm,
yeah completely yeah. So that behavior stopped after I told her like you can't do that anymore. Like you're just
yeah,
way
that's
too
not.
much
That's
trouble. It's not a
dangerous.
matter of what, it's a matter of when,
Yeah.
or like So yeah, but yeah, tell me more about freaking Dogman in North Carolina, man. Or just Dogman.
Yeah, they be fucking with people, man. They'll be like running up to like I've heard stories of people like driving in their car and they'll be like running up next to their car and like grinning into their like driver's side window and shit. Be like, I could totally fucking kill you right now. And people are thinking they're like some satanic shit going on with them.
No,
Yeah,
no, no. See, this is the thing that I'm going to be straight up with you,
yeah,
man. I'm really fighting it these days too.
right.
But like the whole like mystical and satanic and fucking like the third
Nephilim.
dimension, yeah, and that shit, man.
Yeah.
Like it's starting to really rear its ugly head, man.
Oh,
Like
you're
all the
noticing too?
ghosts are, oh fuck yeah, especially in my algorithm. I'm not actively searching for stuff, man, but like I'll just be looking at them like, holy shit, this shit is so. And I'm not talking about some like Last Supper with some dude's balls hanging out. I'm talking about
Yeah.
like shit where you don't really notice it, but like if you're looking for it, you see it. You know what I mean? And I'm
Hmm.
seeing it more and more, and that shit fucks me up. Like, that shit
Yeah,
like makes
dude. Cryptid
yeah.
people, they love talking about that Nephilim shit. Those old school giants.
Mm.
You know, like in the Bible where those
Mm.
angels like
Oh
they fucked human women and then they came up with
yeah.
giants. And then there's all
Yeah.
this conversation all the time. They're like, oh, is Bigfoot a Nephilim? Is Dogman a Nephilim and shit? Oh,
Yeah.
hey,
All
it's
right.
Stephen Lewis. He's in North Carolina.
Howdy.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
haven't
Stephen, this is
talked
my
on.
buddy Isaac, also from North
What's
Carolina.
up? Dogman Virgin over here.
Yeah, Dogman Virgin. So yeah,
Tender
people are
Virgin.
all obsessed with Dogman now. I'd say Dogman's probably a little bit more popular these days than Bigfoot. It's like it's almost 50-50, maybe like 55-45, but a lot of Dogman talk. It's fucking
What's keeping people from coming to the or finding in or decisive proof? You know,
well, yeah, I mean they got to I
Other-
guess well the problem is, okay.
yeah,
Now, this is another aspect of being in this whole scene. There will always be some random ass motherfucker coming up to you being like, "Oh, hey, I got proof. Let me show you my
yeah,
proof."
yeah,
And then it's
right,
gonna be like a picture of like just this jarbled picture of like just foliage and trees and shit. And then they'll
yeah,
they'll take a red marker and circle the corner and be like,
yeah.
"You see it? That's Bigfoot's elbow and shit." And I'm like, I gotta squint real hard. And they're like, "Yeah, it's proof, dog man. You see him in the background?" And I'm like squinting real hard like this. So there's always going to be that.
yeah, 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 for sure.
So
But
it's
like,
like,
what's the most like what compels you? You know, like what keeps you going? Like, what have you seen? Like, how do you
oh, I
believe? Do you believe is what I guess I'm getting
oh, do I believe? I'm like, well, only because there's people that I know, like Tex, who
at.
are
Yeah,
like I know well,
yeah,
and I trust as a
yeah,
person who's seen it
yeah.
twice. I have no reason to think that he's lying at all.
Ooh, hell no, hell no.
See, it's different when it's someone you know well and that
Mhm.
you trust, and then they tell you that they saw this shit. You're like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, you
yeah,
know,
yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Knowing the person and hearing a
yeah.
firsthand account is there's it's as good as proof, in my opinion.
Right. Like if you listen to
Yeah.
podcasts and like listen to all these shows where these random assholes just tell you about their encounters, that's one thing. But if it was someone like me that just kind of told you in private, hey man, this is what happened,
Yeah.
you have no reason not to believe me.
Have you been on an excursion, dude? Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, sorry. That's the thing. That's the thing is like, um, well, no, I lost my train of thought. Have you been on a dogman
Oh,
sighting
on a
trip
hunt?
before? Hunt, on a hunt.
No. No, no. A lot of people do, but no. I like to stay indoors. I don't like the woods. I No. You know where I
But
was in.
what,
I'm a city boy. Living in Seoul for 10 years.
through and
Through and
through.
through. I'm all about that
Yeah,
concrete jungle, baby.
yeah,
All about the
baby.
subway.
Yeah.
I'm all about the bars and the clubs. I ain't trying to go out in no fucking woods. What do I look
Get
like to you? A
tickets.
redneck? I mean, damn.
No, no. Although you did spend some time in North Carolina, so you're officially kind of a
Yeah, but in
redneck.
North Carolina, what were we doing? We were going to hanging out in
Yeah,
largely like the urban
and
areas
bars.
and bars and restaurants and shit.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Hey,
true.
it's North Alabama Cryptid. What's up, my man?
What's up,
Let's see what
yo?
Uncut Savage says. He says, I look at Dogman as from a specific curse. I get gut feeling they're as they are from the get-go, at least with the type I'm connected with. Maybe others are shapeshifters. I don't know. So there's a lot of weird fucked up shit going on with Dogman, man. Okay.
Yeah, this shit is so far out. Because at
Okay.
least with Bigfoot, and layperson here for our viewers that are just joining us, layperson,
Hmm.
you have anything that, any other additional information you'd like to add in the chat, feel free to. I will address
Hmm.
it. But this seems, until you start talking about m- the mystical stuff and like the fucked up demonic stuff, which
Yeah.
I don't even want to go there. You know what I mean? But like
Oh, hey,
At least Bigfoot is like,
look who it is.
I have no idea.
Oh,
But yeah, I see it, I see it. But like with Bigfoot, it's obviously like an animal, like a
well, that's a
like
question. People aren't sure because there are accounts of Bigfoot like turning invisible and shit and like mind speaking with people. So people are like, "Yo, is Bigfoot just an animal, or is it on some other shit?"
well, you know what could also be like a really
Yeah.
perfectly good explanation for all of this?
What?
The simulation, baby.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah. It's just the simulation and then like some 4-year-old creator alien engineer baby who's
Hmm.
got like a light bulb head and like two
Yeah.
eyes and like they're just like, oh, let me just fuck with these people and like put some fucking monsters
Yeah.
up in there. And then like have it do random shit so that like they can never quite figure it out. And then they're fucking entertained and that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm entertained as well, like, just watching these ants play with these images and get confused. And I mean the simulation is, I don't know, do you guys talk about the
No,
simulation with me right
I've
now?
talked
Does
about
anybody
this
address it
before
at
where
all?
no,
I'm
I've talked
sure.
about this before where to me it feels like life is a video game.
Yeah.
Okay. So for example, okay. So in this video game that we call life, you'll take someone like Jesus or Buddha, and they're like the top of the leaderboard. Like you know how in every video game there's like the high score. You look at
Yeah.
Jesus and he's got like 1,000,000 points. You're like, how'd that dude get 1,000,000 points in this game? That's fucking crazy, right? Imagine this game
Right.
like Super Mario Brothers, and Jesus is like number one in the leaderboard, and everyone's like, holy crap, look at that score. That's ridiculous. People are like, yeah, because he's the son of God, and God's like he's like the programmer or or the
Yeah.
source code. And like
Yeah.
demons and shit, they're like, you know what they are? They are disgruntled former programmer employees who are so
That's
pissed off
awesome.
at their former boss that they're going into the game to try to fuck with it.
And they can't quite get the code for being an actual
Yeah,
player,
yeah,
but they'll intervene and they interject and do all this weird
yeah.
shit to fuck with the world.
And the aliens, like the UFOs, the aliens, they're like people who are hacking into the game from like other servers, like Russian hackers. Like if this is one big MMO,
Yeah, right, right.
and
Which
then
is completely, yeah.
And then angels are like the system moderators.
Okay.
They're trying to
Yeah.
keep them hackers
Well,
out, right?
yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. This is definitely
Yeah.
plausible.
And then
Although I
ghosts are
don't
like the glitches.
ghosts are the glitches. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
See, I put a
That's
lot of thought into this, man.
yeah, no. I miss having these talks with you, man,
Yeah.
because I think about it all the time. I just kind of just think about it and then let it go when one ear and out the other. I'd rather not think about it. You know, that's one thing that I noticed about myself. And this is probably the general populace
Yeah.
as well. It's like I know my head. Sometimes I'll start doing a deep dive, and I'll start looking up shit and going
Mm-hmm.
down the rabbit hole. And I'm like, I don't want to know this. Like, I don't want to fill my head
Mm.
with like doubt of like the reality of like that situation. And this is probably a lot of people. I mean, like literally, some people. I meet people that blows my mind, and I'm sure you guys have talked about this too. And everybody knows somebody like this won't even acknowledge that there's a possibility of aliens. I've met people like that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't think that there's a possibility that you think that of all like the shit that in the freaking universe, we're the only living freaking being in the
Some people actually
entirety
think
of the
like that.
universe. Yeah, intelligent,
Damn.
smart, like normal people. Have
Damn.
you met somebody like that?
I mean,
I've
most
met.
people I've met were just like, yeah, I think there could be something out there. They don't necessarily believe in like UFOs or gray aliens or nothing, but they're like,
Right.
there's got to be something out there in the universe. So some people are like, we're the only ones. That's a bit of a stretch for me.
Magneticus is saying, I still picture Jesus chasing people with nunchucks. And is that
That was
something that
that was one of my
you
prior episodes. No,
I
one of my episode topics was what would happen. It could Jesus beat up Dogman, and then I
Jesus.
analyzed it. But no superpowers
Okay.
though. No superpowers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I get it. Well, yeah. So, anyways, what I'm to tie out the point I was making earlier is
Hmm.
like most of us, not most of us, it takes a special mind, I'd say, to like sit there and think about this and not have it drive you mad, first of all, because it's
Hmm.
absolutely horrifying, in my opinion.
People think
And
about this shit
then,
all day.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then people just like, yeah, and I don't know if I'm getting older or what something like I if I think about it, I'll literally like feel myself being like, oh shit, I'm about to have a full on like reality panic attack. I don't want that. I'm not
Mm.
joking either. Like I'll
Yeah. No,
sit
I know how
seriously,
you get. I know how you get.
yeah, we'll we've talked about this stuff a lot in the past, and I'm sure you've learned a lot since then. I
Oh
just saw the word penis and I had to look over.
no, Woo Riders
What?
was like, "Is this Donny Cho's Super Soldier Program alter ego?" Because you're the Jack version of me. I get it.
Oh, I see.
I get it. He's like, "Oh, this guy looks like Donnie on steroid. Why do we look alike, homie?" Oh, what are you getting at here?
I mean, we
Have
do
you
kind of look alike.
have you had any progress on the whereabouts of Bigfoot's penis? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's between his legs.
Got
Yeah,
it.
I did
Nails.
like 3 episodes
Interesting.
on Bigfoot's penis because apparently it's got like a 3 foot long penis.
Holy smokes.
Oh, would you like to
Man.
see it? I actually Jason came on my second episode and actually showed video evidence.
Yeah, you know what? We'll get to that later because we haven't
Yeah.
even started the Bigfoot conversation yet.
Yeah.
Let's build up to that. Let's
Actually, let
create
me
some
ask you this
suspense.
question, Isaac. Okay,
It
of
might
the
make
three
me
things,
black out in
okay,
a panic attack.
of
Okay.
the three
Three things.
things, okay, like ghosts, demon stuff, that's like one category, like exorcism, ghosts, hauntings, right? There's
That
one
shit I do not want to even touch. Dogman is as far as I go. Like
Dogman, Bigfoot,
I can't.
and then there's like gray aliens, alien abductions, UFOs.
I can
Which
kind of
one do you
step
think you
there.
kind of fuck with?
Bigfoot is perfect. The
Okay,
pH on Bigfoot, if Bigfoot for my
yeah,
tolerance levels, because like aliens too, like I'm convinced, like, and
hmm,
then when you start thinking about how they're probably here, like, why do I
yeah,
want to fucking freak out about that every fucking day? They are here.
hmm,
They're real. and they're here, and I decided it, but it's like I just rather not think about that because A, I'm never gonna know.
Hmm.
And if it comes out like good, then like I'll deal with it then. But like
Yeah.
it's not going to change my day to day. I have like I got shit to do. I got a job. I got to need to do this. Like I don't need to think every day how frivolous everything that I'm doing is
Yeah.
because it like keeps me from like just living life. You know what I mean?
So in
So
the
big to answer your question, I think you had three: Bigfoot and
you would fuck with
Dogman.
Bigfoot?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll fuck with Bigfoot, and then maybe I'll go a little, put like a pinky into the other territories.
Hmm.
Much respect again to those in the cryptid community who can just think about this stuff. I wonder if you
Hmm.
like, do you watch you're not a no, I remember this about you. You're
What?
not a big horror movie dude.
No, I don't like horror movies.
You don't like horror movies, but you don't
No.
like talking about the horrors of reality. You don't mind talking about the horrors
No.
of
Yeah.
reality
I don't
all
like
fucking
jump
day
scares.
long.
Jump scares stress me out.
So you wouldn't mind a horror movie if it had no jump scares, if it was just
Right.
like
Right. Yeah. Jump scares
any
they
fucking
stress
like
me out. Yeah. So
yeah.
Robert S. Pliskin. Well, in the description, I wrote that I wrote one crazy Korean guy from New Jersey. What's crazier
Yeah.
than that? Two crazy Korean dudes from New Jersey. So that guy saw the description. He's like, "Oh, you guys are Pal Park guys." This guy's in the know, but no, we are not from
Holy
Pal
shit.
Park.
Yeah.
We have
That's
memories of Pal
that's
Park.
friends
We've
with
gone
it.
on adventures in Pal Park. I'm
We
sure you.
sure have. Didn't you like hook up with a girl?
I think I lost my virginity to a girl from Pal Park.
Okay.
I think that's what happened.
I don't know if you're yeah. Do you talk
Yeah.
about your
My sexual
past?
escapades.
Yeah, Donny Cho is a legend, everybody. I'm here to
Oh,
testify.
oh yeah,
That's actually why I'm here. I'm just here to talk about the legend of Donny Cho. We'll get into that later. Let
yeah.
me like start like categorizing and stocking up my stories. Or maybe we'll save it for the next podcast. But anyways, you back to your Bigfoot or you said
Wait,
Bigfoot
would
is one
you
of them.
I
Yeah.
mean, I could arrange it, man. Would you be down for going on a Bigfoot hunt?
No, no, no. I'm not a woods. If Bigfoot like the Bahamas,
Oh, fuck. Okay.
yeah, I'm not a wood. I'm here's what I'd be down for. It'd be fucking cool.
Okay.
Here's what I would actually be down for because you can run, but you can't really run. A UFO hunt, a UFO sighting hunt. Because like that's like in like open spaces, you gotta go and like
Yeah.
stargaze. Are there things like that?
Yeah, no, there are places
Or
to do that,
yeah.
but
Because
it
I'm
gets a little
constantly
weird.
looking.
Okay.
Constantly looking. Yeah.
The one group of UFO people that does I'm kind of about are just
Wait,
CE5
hold
people.
hold the fuck up. Fuck.
What?
Blue Riders just said Deadpool Wolverine was fucking lit. Even Superman was in it. Everybody
Dude,
can read that.
don't be spoiling shit, homie. Don't be
Dude,
spoiling shit.
don't be spoiling shit, homie.
Damn.
Damn, bro. That's kind of badass, but all right. Blue Riders, be careful, man.
Okay, Overbuilt's like, ask Isaac if he would do a Bigfoot
No.
girl. If it tramped in a cave in the middle of nowhere with her. If he
Oh,
tramped in
no
a cave?
question. I don't know if my wife is watching, but like, yeah, if I was single, yeah, no question.
Hmm.
What does a Bigfoot girl look like? Do they
Uh,
have effeminate features?
I think they just look
Boobs?
exactly the same.
Oh God, it's
Yeah.
just like a big foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've heard accounts of Bigfoot like and they don't even have boobs. They got like those pancake boobs, kind of like orangutan females. It's not even
Um,
attractive.
do they like I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Would you?
No.
Why
Fuck no.
not? For science, baby.
For science?
For science, baby.
Nah, man.
Just to say you did.
I mean, I might. You know what? If I get abducted, though, I might get down with like an alien female just to
Some
spread my seed all over the
snoo.
galaxy. Yeah,
Snoo.
that's
Oh,
different.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a little different though, because I think they can like replicate hotties.
Yeah.
So that's why,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I think a cryptid experience. I've never had one. It would be absolutely horrifying. I think it would be. And then people are like, "Oh, I would be so scared if I get abducted by aliens," and I can understand that because I've talked to quite a few people who've been abducted, and it sounds scary as shit.
Oh
But
fuck
there's always going to be the back of my mind if I'm ever like abducted by aliens, where I'm like, "Yo, I might actually get laid this time."
no. I don't think it's the
Yeah,
laid that you like, right?
I might get some
Here,
action.
you might get like a
Yeah,
probe. Is that
I
a
might get some of
probe
that
on the
alien puss.
that they probably don't actually physically make love. They probably like do like the Minority Report thing where they put something on their head and then
Yeah,
make each other orgasm with like a device and then like a Pez dispenser out there like fucking seed into the other alien Pez dispenser and that's how
yeah,
they make
I'd be
love.
so fucking honored, man. This motherfucker
Actually,
crossed the galaxy just to get a piece of my seed. I'd be like, damn, that's the
actually, they
greatest compliment
probably
ever.
that. Oh my god, that yeah, no, this guy really came over fucking like 5 billion light years, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, God, I gotta meet Donny Cho. That's what I was like fucking thinking about. Me too. I was like, oh man, if they only knew.
Hmm.
They could. Well, we're the aliens to them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they probably make their babies in factories.
Well, one of the earlier episodes I did was like, you ever notice Asian people don't get abducted by aliens? What's up with that?
Oh, I got one for you. I got two.
Oh,
Two for
oh,
you. I
oh
got two.
yeah.
I got not abducted, but encounters. Encounters.
No, I mean straight up abducted.
Oh,
Like they're
okay.
trying to
Yeah.
get at that DNA.
Yeah, you know why? Because
Oh, we got that dog shit DNA. Is that what
no,
it is?
because we're already blessed with the DNA. I'm just kidding. Never mind.
Well, what's up?
I'm just,
Why are they trying to take all these white
well,
people's DNAs?
well, you
What
ever
about
think
our
about
DNA?
yeah, you ever think like when like aliens came down and gave like different tribes different DNA? You never
Yeah,
thought of because like we're all like smooth skinned. We love like like we're all like fucking. Well, you got like beady eyes and like
yeah.
we're good at math and science and shit, and
Hmm.
we got this like weird like hive mind thing going with all like of all like the and then like white people got these like awesome mother DNA, and then
Hmm.
black people obviously got some awesome shit too, and like like everybody
We
got
got
like
dope
different
shit.
things. We got
Yeah,
dope shit. I'm not saying we don't
yeah,
have dope shit. I'm just saying everybody got their own dope shit,
yeah,
and then like, but our like we look the most like gray man, gray alien. Are they gray?
yeah. Like we
Gray,
kind of look
like
like what would happen if a gray
yeah,
alien fucked a human. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Nobody's mentioned this before. Yeah, we kind of do. Look, yeah,
Yeah,
you kind
some
of
of
look
us.
like it. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's go to the comments here.
Oh, People Under the
Horror
Stairs
movies
never
and
gets
then
enough love. I remember that movie. I love that movie.
People Under the Stairs was a good movie. That's when I still watch horror movies.
For horror movies, Dreamscape, The Shining. What? The Carrie had like the craziest jump scare at the end. I saw that shit. Oh, you know what jump scare in The Shining fucked with me actually? The one where like he's just walking past a room and there's that dude who's like going down on that one furry. It was just so sudden and so random and what the fuck? And I was just like that shit freaked me out. I don't know why it freaked me out.
That was like, oh, that's interesting. That didn't get me too bad. I mean,
It was
everything else.
weird. It was just so weird and unexpected. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, even talking about it, even with all these people here, it kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, you want to fuck with no
Anyway,
haunted house?
huh?
You want to go to a
Oh,
haunted
okay.
house?
No,
You want to
no.
spend the night at a haunted house?
When you told me you did that, my respect for you went like boop boop boop, like it went
Really?
crazy. Yeah, I was like, dude, Donnie's insane. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Insane in a respectful, good way. Like you ain't scared of nothing. Because like I would never. That shit's terrifying.
You know what? Okay, I'll be real with you though. Do you know what the part was the most nerve wracking? Like the sleeping part wasn't even so bad because I was so tired that I just conked out because it was a full day.
Yeah,
Investigating, traveling up there. That wasn't the issue.
yeah.
The issue was taking a shit in the bathroom by yourself. It's I'm serious, man. I got
Oh
mad
God,
nervous
I
because
can't imagine.
I'm alone now. Because and all those times I was with other people, So you could be
Yeah.
in a haunted house, but if you're with mad people, it doesn't feel too bad, right?
Yeah.
But if you're in the bathroom, like in the stall by
Yeah.
yourself, and it's
Yeah.
like the middle of the night and everyone's asleep, and you're like, "Yo, if a ghost wanted to get me, now would be the time."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sun is setting over here. I get so creeped out so easily. I'm getting so creeped out I have to go to the bathroom. Please to entertain our guests while I'm gone. I have to go pee. It'll take 30 seconds. I'm gonna put these out so nobody has to
All
hear me
right. Yeah.
pee.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'll hold the
guys.
fort.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. So Isaac's got to do his thing. I'm gonna hold it down. So yeah, we're just talking shit about cryptid paranormal stuff. Fire in the Sky is a good alien movie. I remember that movie. That had some scary ass scenes, I'm not gonna lie. Some scary shit in that movie. Fourth Kind, I heard it was scary as hell. I saw the trailer and I was getting freaked out, so I was like, I ain't watching that, man. So yeah, Isaac does get kind of freaked out about certain things. Like he's very brave when it comes to some things, but then other times he gets he gets easily freaked out by certain things. So it happens, folks. We all got our kryptonite. You know how it works. You know, I got my kryptonite, that's for sure. So yeah, it's kind of refreshing, I feel like, to have someone on here who's never heard of like Dogman or didn't know dick about Bigfoot to just talk about Bigfoot. Because oftentimes, you know, on these shows, on these cryptid paranormal shows, you have motherfuckers showing up and people are like, you know, acting like they're the Bigfoot expert or the researcher or they're so knowledgeable about Bigfoot, right? Which is fine, you know, because, you know, there's always the opportunity to learn and gain new knowledge. But sometimes you want to get the point of view of someone who's like literally never had a conversation about Bigfoot before. And all of a sudden there's a mic in their face. And then they're like, what are your thoughts on Bigfoot, right? Like Isaac is now. It's like he's literally never had a conversation about Bigfoot or Dogman. Literally, first time he's ever even heard of Dogman is on a
True.
podcast. That's an opportunity right there, man. That's a golden opportunity to show what it's like. Because you're an open-minded man. You're not dismissing it. You're not being a dick about it. You know?
No, no, I believe in it.
Yeah.
I fucking believe it. I think there's shit about it, unless it's all the simulation, which is just like a super boring explanation of everything, like overarching, you know, and then unless it's like I think that anything's freaking possible. I think it's silly that yeah. I'm always of the mindset of like it's silly that humans think we know anything about anything, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never trust anybody who says that like they know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a huge red flag. Yeah. So tell me about Bigfoot.
Well, let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh, okay. I'll tell you. I know a few fucked up stories about Bigfoot. There's one that I can't tell you publicly. I got to tell you off the air. It's like so
Yeah.
fucked up. But there's this one that my friend Tex told me where, again, this is all hearsay. This isn't anyone he knew or anything. But this was like, you know, a story that he heard after being in the field for so long. Some dude apparently took a shot at a Bigfoot, hit it in the stomach, and it went down. And then its friends came out.
Oh God.
Let's just say when they found the guy, he was found stuffed in the like the cabin of his pickup truck, folded in half like an accordion backwards, and like stuffed into the driver's seat.
Oh, like a message.
Like a message, like
Right.
they folded that shit in half like backwards.
Jesus Christ. That's fucking
And it's like they just
horrible.
opened the door and they just shoved that shit in there. That's how they found him.
Yeah. Why does anybody do anything? But why would he freaking shoot the Bigfoot?
Fucking rednecks,
Like
man. They think because they have a gun, they think they could just.
he's trying to put him on the mantle or something.
Oh, dude, that's the other thing about these Bigfoot chat rooms. There'll be like dudes in the chat. They'll be like, Well, I got my 45 ACP. Let's see what Bigfoot does about that.
Oh
Or my
God, that's what.
357 Magnum. I got my, and then it becomes like this whole thing where all they do is just brag about what kind of guns they own.
Yeah,
Let's
well,
see what
it's
Bigfoot
human.
does about my 357 Magnum. I'm like,
Yeah.
what if Bigfoot's bulletproof, dumbass?
Well, apparently, yeah, they haven't stuck around this long because they're fragile. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Right? They're probably fucking survivors, and they're probably fucking sentient and smart as
Yeah.
fuck. And like,
But hey, as long as you got your 45 ACP, you know.
right, right. They know just enough to like stay out of harm's way and out of people's sight. So that's some other things that I can deduce. And yeah, that sounds horrifying. That sounds terrible. I mean, I feel like they're not even are they known to be violent?
They would, for the most part, it seems like they would prefer to just be left alone. For the most
Right,
part, I have heard
right.
stories where they did like couple stories where they twist motherfuckers in half. But here's the thing, though. For the most part, the understanding is the majority of the people who do wind up getting got by them,
Yeah.
we don't hear about,
Oh, okay.
right? We don't hear
They just
about
go
them.
out there.
They
I mean,
they,
they
they
just
just
become a
they
missing
gone,
person.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Other instances. Now, this is another. This is an interesting point that I heard about. You ever notice, like, you ever hear, like, every now and then, right, in the news, there'll be a story about, like, oh, this one woman was walking her dog, and then they found her. She was attacked by a group of wild dogs, right?
Right, right,
Yeah, that wasn't a group of wild dogs. That was one gnarly ass dog, man. But the way the news reports it is, oh, this person
right.
was attacked by a group of wild dogs. Remember, there was that one
Uh,
Canadian singer a few years back. They found her dead that one day, and they said it was a pack of coyotes that got her.
right, right.
Yeah, I don't think it was a pack of
Yeah.
coyotes. I think it was
Ooh.
one real big coyote, if you know what I mean.
I mean, I'm figuring it out. That sounds horrible. That sounds
So
horrible.
there's probably a
Yeah,
lot of people who've been killed by them that we just don't know about.
yeah, yeah.
But hey,
I mean, what? Yeah. How are dog? What? So there's Bigfoot, and they're more of the gentle, harm when necessary. And
right.
is Dogman going out there malicious, like they're uh, hunting out humans? They're out, or are they like hunting like small dogs in yards, or like what?
No,
What
they're
is?
doing like a, well, from what I can gather, because of all the stories that I've heard, they seem more out to like they got bad intentions.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll tell you this one story that my buddy Rob
then they
had in
must
his
be
book.
stopped.
Okay, so here's this one story that my buddy Rob put in his book, and I asked him about it. I'm like, apparently, so there was this pastor in like Mississippi, right, who ran a small congregation, and and then one day, like this one couple goes up to him after service, and they're like, Pastor, we need your help. There's like this weird black dog that shows up outside our bathroom window, keeps looking in, and it's like looking in there every night, and it's freaking them out, right? And at first they just think it's like a black dog because they just see its head looking in, but then they're like, it's giving us all these weird thoughts. And then
Oh no, no!
pastor's being all dismissive about it, right? He's like, whatever. He's like, maybe
Oh,
you
what
guys
the
need
heck
to
is
go
that?
see a psychologist or some shit, right?
Right, right.
Maybe you guys need mental help. But that they keep coming up to him, and as they keep, every time they look more and more like disheveled and shit, until eventually they get the news in the congregation that the husband murder suicided the wife. Like, he shot her and then shot himself. And then there was this big investigation, and there was this big town hall meeting, and then he told the people like what they had told him, and then all the people in the congregation were like, yeah, we saw that dog too. So yeah, there's like some other shit going on, if you know what I mean.
So this thing has like fucking like unlimited abilities, like super
I don't
overpowered.
know. I don't know.
If you
It's
can
just
go out and like rip a human apart,
right.
and I'm assuming they're fast, I'm assuming they're excellent at stealth. And
Hmm.
on top of that, whether they know what they're doing or not, they emit some sort of like, psychic ray that like fucking fucks with like people's like sanity and makes you like just distorted and shit. Then
Yep.
like there's no like at first they must be stopped, and then
Hmm.
secondly, they're fucking super powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why they're still like do they have the ability to like if somebody's like approaching or something like that, they can like fucking like mind fucking
There
scramble and
are
like
some accounts
get
where
away.
they talk directly to you like in your brain.
So you're not going to see a dog man unless they want to be seen, pretty much.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah, right. So that you like, how are people
Those-
going to like find these things? I gotta.
They find you, man.
No, fuck this shit. All right,
Yeah,
let's talk
no, but
about
the
this.
thing is, here's the thing. I know dudes, right? I know dudes who go into the woods like on a regular, like where they're spotted. They go in there with like swords and shit trying to find this thing. And dudes going in there with like AR-15s and shit trying to hunt this thing down. Like there are people who go in there on the regular trying to
Well,
kill this thing,
you
you
have
know?
to go. You have to go for the females.
Yeah.
Are there dog women? There
I
have to
never
be.
heard about no dog women though. That's the thing. I'm thinking the dog women and
Yeah.
dog men look the same because like regular dogs, males and females, it's hard to tell them apart, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
But dog men aren't dogs though. They just have dog-like attributes.
No, actually, the counsel I heard is that sometimes they'll go on all fours, and people will actually think, "Oh, that's just a really big dog," and then all of a sudden they'll stand up on two legs, and that's when people get freaked out.
Seen a dog woman in an old German World War II video. I'll have to look that up later. She was dead.
But yeah, no, when they're on all fours, they're almost indistinguishable. Like they look like legitimate
What?
dogs. Yeah,
They just like look like a really big wolf dog
yeah,
because those things get huge,
yeah.
which those things are terrifying. So
And
yeah.
people and yeah, they look like a really big wolf dog. And then like my buddy Tex, he said like when he was a teenager, he encountered one in Texas where it was crossing the road, and at first he thought it was a wolf dog until it got up on two legs and then it jumped a fence, and it freaked him out for his whole life. So
Are these sightings more rare? Obviously, they're more rare because not as many people talking about
I don't know if it's more common or rare than Bigfoot. I don't know, but it just seems like the dogman thing kind of blew up out of nowhere. It's kind of, you know what it is, Isaac? It's a lot like, okay, so here's a little detail about Isaac, okay? What Isaac knows two things very well. A little background about Isaac. Isaac knows music and he knows food, right? You know,
it.
he's ran restaurants, he's owned restaurants, he's worked in restaurants. He knows like the culinary world very well. And he also knows music very well because he used to also be a quite a well-known, I guess I can share like a DJ and EDM music, right? So you're familiar with like the scenes, right? It's kind of like with EDM, like, you know, being in the
Mm,
scene where like all of a sudden
mm.
there's just like this new genre of music that just comes out and now everyone's obsessed with it all of a sudden.
Right. I get it. Well, I mean, you don't want to put it that way because, like, it's not a trend. Like these things are
But
constantly
it kind
moving.
of is though, because it is still a fandom. That's why, like, you know, early on when I was like looking at this whole cryptid, UFO, and ghost shit, I was like, wow, these people are like Star Trek nerds or D&D
Mm,
nerds, except the
mm.
thing that they're nerds for are kind of real.
Yeah,
So
right.
the people get all, you know, they get all hung up about it. They get all like obsessed with it because it's one thing to be like obsessed with like EDM music or to be obsessed with like Dungeons and Dragons or Star Trek or whatever. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you still know at the end of the day, you know, Spock is just a fictional character. You
Here's a
still know at
question.
the end of the day, you know, EDM is just music.
Here's a question. What's one of these like creatures or beings that have any of them been like in the past? Like have throughout history, have any of them been found? Has
There's
there been one that was like, oh, like fucking giant squids, right? Like back
yeah,
in the day,
yeah,
they were like, oh yeah, there's no way the squid that big is gonna envelop a whole boat. But now we know them to be very real and they're huge now, and they were probably like back in the day, prehistorically, like
hmm
way, way fucking bigger.
right.
Like, yeah, like so, like has there been anything where they're like, I mean, I feel like the aliens thing is kind of like unfolding really quickly too, with all
Yeah,
like
the
the
ancient
government
alien
shit coming
stuff,
in.
the
Yeah,
the ancient astronaut theory.
yeah,
That's there. That's kind of been around since like I guess the 60s and 70s. Bigfoot sightings have been kind of been documented going back to like I'd say the 18th, 19th century.
yeah.
There haven't been many, but there were a few. Um the Beast of Jevodun, that was like the craziest one in my opinion.
Whoa,
So back in like the 1740s, 1750s in France, there was apparently this dogman looking thing that was going around killing a fuck ton of people.
whoa,
Estimates range between like 80 to like 600 people. There were like, and it was like in this
jeez,
one region, and it was just ripping people's heads off and just leaving the bodies.
whoa.
Yeah,
So this is obviously where all the werewolf lore stems from, right?
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that and some other stuff, but yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, it was
What
pretty
are
fucked
some
up.
other interesting things about Dogman that I should know?
Um, do you know about skinwalkers?
Okay, no, I've heard about this one. I've
Yeah,
seen like fucking as I'm scrolling, occasionally this stuff like, I clicked on the wrong ones. I don't want to watch this at night. I'm good. I know I've read a sentence on them,
yeah.
and I think I'm okay on skinwalkers. Sorry, people in the chat. Like, if you want to hear about skinwalkers, you can talk about it in the
But you know what they are.
Skinwalkers podcast.
But you know
I
what
don't
they are,
even
right?
really know what they are because you know what? I'm gonna live in denial.
All
Just
right.
like I didn't
Well,
know what Dogman was. Now I know. Okay, Dogman, I can deal with. Skinwalkers, just like what the fuck? What? It sounds fucking horrible. First of all, but like, oh yeah. Is it better
yeah.
if I know? Is it less scary if I know what?
Uh-oh, Isaac dipped out. Don't worry, guys. He'll be back. Oh,
Yeah,
there you are.
like,
Is
is
it
it
less
less scary
scary?
if I know
It's
what it
you're
is?
probably better off not knowing what they are.
Hold on, let me fix my
But here's the thing
settings
about
here.
skinwalkers, though. You're so not likely going to ever encounter one.
You're in the show. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me?
No, you're good. I hear you fine. You guys can hear Isaac
I
okay,
might
right?
have to, sorry, I might have to
Okay. Isaac will be back. So yeah, oh hey, there's Danny Staten. I'll catch the replay. I'm on a show tonight. Hey, let us know what show you're on. I'll catch it. I'll check it out later. Oh, there's Isaac.
Yeah, I'm back. I can hear you.
Oh wow, your sound's different. It sounds
Is
good though.
better or worse?
Keep talking.
Dogman, Skinwalker. I don't want to know about it. What's
Oh,
up?
actually, it sounds good. It's actually there's less of a like ambient room
Yeah,
echo.
oh, okay, let's just do
Yeah,
that.
sounds good.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, no, skinwalkers is weird because they're basically like Native American shamans that have kind of gone rogue.
Yeah.
So unless you're, I mean, how often are you around Native Americans?
How often am I around Native Americans? I mean, I feel like we walk amongst them every day.
Like 100% Native Americans, not like white people who think they're Native American because they're like 1/16. Yeah.
They're casinos. So they're probably watching me from their surveillance cameras. Out in California, we got a lot of tribal casinos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of blackjack lately.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Low stakes, nothing crazy. I'm not a.
Not like last time where it was like that one. You got one chance to make it, and then yeah.
Oh yeah,
Remember that time? Remember that shit?
right. Donnie and I went to Vegas together and had a blast. By the way,
Mm.
yeah.
By the way, for the folks listening at home, Isaac can fuck up a buffet.
Dude, you know what?
Yeah.
Man? You know what? like I just recently, like I'm trying to dial it down. Like I just can't eat as much, and it's
Dude, that shit was getting that first night we were at that buffet. That shit was getting awkward because everyone was all full. Everyone was full, and you just kept going back and forth for more plates.
yeah.
And after a while, everyone's just kind of looking at you, and you're just like, "Don't look at me, guys. Don't judge me."
Is there still buffets? What do you mean? Vegas is just one giant buffet, pretty much.
Yeah, there was some banging ass buffets actually.
Yeah, freaking awesome. Is there any fucking crazy shit that happens in Vegas? See, this is what I'm talking about, though. Like, the dogmen and skinwalkers and fucking aliens and shit. Like, there's more. There's
Yeah, no, dude, there's so much shit out there.
so much shit out there. It's just this stuff in the forefront, but like, golly, like there's probably so much crazy shit that we don't know about, especially in the oceans. Are there any ocean like cryptid?
Oh yeah, they got shows about like mermaids and shit.
Right,
Actual mermaids,
mermaids,
but not like Little mermaids. These are more fucked up mermaids.
oh god,
Yeah, they're like actual monsters.
oh,
But
God.
I don't know if I believe in all that. But
I mean, dolphins are smart as shit. Like, it wouldn't be surprise me if there was something smarter than a dolphin down there in the deep unknown. Like, we don't know.
oh yeah, because you're all about the beach. You're probably more interested in like the sea monsters and the ocean cryptids.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go comfort my dog a little bit because she thinks I'm talking to her.
Oh,
I'm talking to a bunch of people about your ancestors. Anyways, yeah. So, dog man, yeah, ocean shit freaks me out. It's freaking. Have you ever been out like in the deep sea before?
no, I don't fucks with the ocean.
Oh, fuck the.
No,
It's crazy.
no, I don't mess with that.
Yeah, like what's that giant shark?
Megalodon. Yeah.
Megalodon. I bet there's one of those still roaming around. I bet there's like the cure for freaking AIDS still down there. Like, you know, like I bet there's fucking like the Fountain of Youth down there. I bet there's like fucking alien ships down there. Like I bet there's like, I mean, where that's like the best place to hide it, right?
Overbuilt's like Donnie. Yes, I have a friend, Duke Sullivan. Mermaids are real. He met folks that seen them. There's Mothman.
Oh yeah,
Black-eyed kids. Oh, do you know about black-eyed kids?
No. All right.
Oh no.
God. Do I want to know? Do I need to know? God damn it, kids. Oh my God.
Okay. So the idea is this.
I can't hear you, brother. Oh, you got disconnected? While this dead air is going on, what's up? Donny Cho and Hulk Cho. Thanks for the stream.
I accidentally unplugged my mic because I'm an asshole. Anyway. So if you ever get a knock at your door at like 3 a.m, and then you see a couple kids there and they have black eyes and they're asking to let them in your house, don't do it.
No shit, first of all.
Don't fucking do it.
Okay.
So they'll look like kids, regular kids, but their eyes are all black. And you'll get a feeling of dread coming off from them. And they'll just be like begging you to either go inside your house or go inside your car. Don't do it.
No. Okay, all right. Do I want to know why?
Just really bad things happen.
Okay. All right.
But they can't
know.
Yeah. But just know not to let them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, got it. I would never. I would never. I might. Maybe I would. If it was
man.
I mean, before I knew this, if it was like during the day, and like, you know, they're just like, oh, okay, you know, these like beady-eyed little black-eyed children. Like I might be like, oh, you guys need some water. You know me. I'd be like, oh, like the. You know, I'll them. I'd be like, hey, I got some candy, some water, and send you on your way. I already believe in Jesus Christ, so like, don't.
Now, see, if that happened to me, and some black-eyed kids showed up at my doorstep, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, well, I wasn't planning on it tonight, but I guess I'm drop kicking some children tonight. I guess I'm gonna do a turning spin sidekick. I'm gonna Sparta kick this kid right off my fucking doorstep.
Numbers right into their freaking
Yeah.
beady black eyes. Yeah.
It's time to do some taekwondo on some kids.
All right. So, like, okay, here's where. All right. Yes, this stuff does scare me, right?
Yeah.
But what do I do, right? If I encounter, let's start with Bigfoot. Okay, like if I encounter, and knowing is half the fear battle,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So if I were to, like, be out, in Lake Tahoe and walking around, and I saw this massive female Bigfoot with their massive bosoms and their beautiful
Yeah.
hair, right? Like, what
Mhm.
what would you do? And let's just say it was really close and felt threatened by you. We got to throw that in there because they're packs.
Well, I kind of figured out their repellent, their kryptonite.
Okay, good to know.
I know what'll chase them away instantly. You know what that is?
That.
Bust out a camera. Because apparently that they seem to run away from cameras pretty good.
Is that a joke?
No, they bounce. Every time there's a camera, they bounce apparently.
That's hilarious.
It's like, oh, I got a camera here. And they're like, whoop, I'm out of here. Please. Well, apparently.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I'll keep that in mind for sure.
Yeah. Act like an Asian tourist.
Yeah, right.
Like a Japanese tourist.
Yeah. That's brilliant. Okay, all right. Now.
All right. With Dogman, though, it's a little bit different. I think if you see a Dogman, I think it's about time to start. Oh, well, there'd Isaac go. He'll be back. Oh, you back? Oh, no, he's been got, guys. Isaac's been gone. He'll be back. Actually, I do know the real way to kill Bigfoot. I will be sharing it shortly. The knowledge that I have on how to kill a Bigfoot, I think will rock the cryptid world to its core. So I have to be very careful how I share this knowledge and with whom, because people might abuse it. They might try to exploit this. But yes, I do know how to kill a Bigfoot, and I also know how to kill Dogman. I've come across this information through years of research. There's Canada Dummy. Abe Lincoln was a Bigfoot hybrid born in a cabin. Catwoman and Dogman. Do you get kittens or puppies? Oh, Isaac will be back. Don't worry, guys. He'll be back. So yeah, I do have the knowledge. I will share it eventually with some of y'all's. Oh, there he is.
Sorry about that. My freaking alarm. I have a bunch of alarms set on my phone. There's none. For the next couple hours. So sorry.
I remember those days when I had to do my shows on my phone. Oh, those were the memories.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
what else?
Set up soon.
So Isaac, what else do you want to talk about? What else shall we discuss?
What does everybody else want to discuss?
I think they're all hung up on some of this cryptid talk we've been on lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any cryptid Korean Asian stuff that I should know about?
So I did look into the Korean side. With Korean stuff, it's mostly like ghost shit and like shamanism shit, right, and like spirits. You know this, right?
Yeah.
You heard those fucked up shaman stories.
Endless fucking stories about the fucking fucked up Korea. And Koreans, we fucking conjure that shit.
Yeah,
you know
we
what
do.
I mean?
Yeah, we do.
Conjure that shit. We fucking like we have a deep spiritual ego and connection. Like a lot of people, when it comes to like their spirituality, and especially in Korea, and I can't really speak firsthand for other Asians, but I can guarantee it happens just through deduction. But Koreans fucking welcome the darkness. They don't realize what they're doing because they don't realize they're inherently evil. But Korean people, I feel like they're they're bringing, like, like first it starts off with this, like, oh, I have this spiritual gift, I have this spiritual power, I've heard about it, some guy's telling me about it, and he's telling me I can have this gift too, and then like they'll go and like they without realizing it, and without having any idea what they're bringing into this world. Like, I feel like, yeah, truly,
I feel like Korea's got like more cults per capita than any other country.
we sure do.
We got a lot of cults. We got a lot of like these weird churches.
Yeah, you brought that to my attention actually so many years ago, that cults, and then I realized that my mom was actually probably part of a cult as well. So a cult posing as a Christian church. It's like, what's the definition of a cult, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like a telltale, like what I've made up in my mind is like, if there's any obligation to stay, if there's any spiritual obligation to do something where you don't have control of your own will, or you are being judged for not having your own will, like, that's the first part of like what, like the first red flag of what a cult is. You know what I mean?
So here's a theory that I've been working on. I want to run it by you, Isaac. Okay. You'll know a little something about
You
this.
should have like whenever these come up, you should have like a Donny Cho's theory of the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I've been getting into K-pop lately, which is probably a big surprise for you because you always knew me as a guy who didn't like K-pop.
Yeah, we can talk about that later too.
Okay. But one of the things that I've been researching lately on my own is that there's a lot of weird paranormal shit going on with K-pop, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, so
no surprise there, but okay. I'm
okay.
listening. Sorry.
So you know how like these K-pop groups,
I'm listening.
Okay. Anyway, so you know how like these K-pop groups, they're all run by like these major record companies like SM Entertainment and YG Entertainment, right?
Right.
Like about these companies, right?
Yeah.
But when I was looking at paranormal stories like with regards to K-pop, it turns out like all of these like how like the K-pop artists, they all live in those fucking buildings. Like in the dorms and shit. They train there, right?
I knew that's how they used to do it. I don't know that.
No, they still do that. They still do that. And so a lot of them, they're living in these like these corporate office buildings, and then one floor is like set aside as like their apartments. I mean, that's how Blackpink lived for a longest time. That's how a lot of these groups they live.
That's how they have to
as
live
trainees.
until they get big enough to like buy out of that contract or like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So turns out a lot of them have these stories about how a lot of these buildings are supremely haunted. Like mad haunted. Apparently the building in SM was built over an old hospital and shit.
What?
And like there's like stories of like trainees who have committed suicide. Because there's a lot of that going on, right?
Oh God.
Like, and then I got on this kick of like all these K-pop artists who are giving their own like ghost encounters and spirit encounters, and they seem to have a lot of them.
All right. Well, I don't want to talk about that. So,
yeah, kind of fucked
all I
up,
need
right?
to know is I believe you, and the fucking like. Whenever you see something like like sweet and seemingly so innocent, you already know that there's something fucked up with it, right?
Right.
Whether it be children's programs or like okay, even with like a child's TV show, right? Like half of them are there because like they have some weird like thing with kids, and then half of them like really love kids, like what I mean? Like it's just there's always something nefarious when it comes to like overtly innocent things. And so K-pop, I mean, we all know that it's nothing new that the people in the K-pop industry are shady. Korean people are shady.
We are a bunch of shady fuckers, aren't we? Yeah, we're fucking shady as hell.
We're not like cool shady either.
Nah.
Straight up drones, like completely money obsessed, like Han infused, insecure, like, you know, drones, no sort of introspection no whatsoever. You know, like Korean people are horrible. So yeah, you tie the two together. I mean, I know firsthand another like very obvious thing is like, you know, billionaires are buying these girls, right?
Yeah, I could believe it.
Oh, one I know somebody it happened to. I won't speak of it on the podcast, but like I know somebody that literally happened to.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, and so or like their family member or something was related and got caught, and you know, like and so it's just like it's literally like unless they're like Blackpink, you're probably getting trafficked in like a weird way. And yeah, when you get back to down to it, it's like, you know, also behind the scenes, like, you know, if these are like the elite that are running this and the elite, like there's got to be some like Jeffrey Kimstein out there. Okay, I won't try and joke anymore. Like,
No, yeah, no. I mean, I get it, man. Like, especially the way these companies run, like these shady ass motherfuckers at like Samsung and the Chebot and stuff. And Isaac disappeared again, huh? Oh shit! I looked down for a second and he's gone. Anyway, don't worry, he'll be back, guys. And yes, I did hear about the fucked up opening ceremonies where they had the mocking of the Last Supper. That is some woke bullshit. Some woke retards just gotta. They just got too much power amongst the Olympic Committee, and it's the woke retards being retards again. Basically,
yeah,
they already fucked up Star Wars. They're killing the video gaming industry, and now they have to rub all their bullshit all over the Olympics. It's just woke retards, man.
yeah,
We're talking about the Olympics. He was asking about that. But
yeah.
did you see that shit, by the way?
Yeah, no, I saw images. I thought that Celine Dion's performance was moving. I didn't really think about it much. Am I surprised that some shit like that happened? I mean, they have breakdancing in the Olympics. Like everything is
I
a
heard about that.
show. Everything is a marketing ploy. Everything is on sale. Anything you see on TV has to be monetized. So, or like you have to make money on it. So, like, you know, even down to like elections, anything you see on TV, it's like there's like somebody making money behind it. So, you know, fucking being woke is big business, man.
Well, that was the idea, but now like all these companies are tanking because of it, like Bud Light and Disney and fucking
Yeah,
Activision and Ubisoft and
yeah. Yeah. I don't know what, but I don't know what I have so much to say about the woke movement. It's just so obvious, glaringly obvious to me that, you know, it's flawed. I consider myself to be, you know, a liberal. I do kind of sit in the middle, and I kind of just chill and think that this is all just
I'm the same way.
reality TV.
Yeah.
And it's all
Yo, you and I, we never talked about politics growing up ever. Even as adults, we never talked about politics, right?
Yeah. And it's like you when I were to ask, you're a fairly intelligent person. I do respect your opinions, Donnie, and I kind of think about stuff. I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes sense, you know, like when I think about things. But whenever I see a big group of people that agree on something or start talking about something, like that automatically, I don't real like the general population is dumb.
Yeah.
You know, like people are way more dumb than we can truly fathom, and we're more animalistic and controllable than we can ever fathom. So, like, you know, that it's and then there's a lot more people that have like just like kind of a genetic predisposition to think a certain way, I think.
Okay.
We're kind of getting into, you know, like far out stuff, but I think that there are people that, and not because they're R-worded. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. The R word. But yeah, I just think that, like, and there's nothing that you can do to convince them, because if they're genetically predisposed to think like this, to have like their entirety of their identity rest on something like this, it's gonna take an act of God to change, like, how it is.
Yeah.
Like, the things that we disagree about, it's like, who fucking cares,
Yeah.
Like, who fucking cares? So
It's like the woke war, I think, is raging the hardest in the video game industry right now. I mean,
Really?
it's being waged all over different industries and media and entertainment, but I think in the video game industry right now, it's going the hardest
right.
because it's just a lot of back and forth online, and
Well, in what? Oh, because what? In what way exactly? My dog has to pee. Sorry, everybody.
yeah, no, it's just a lot of these games. They just got to put the agenda into the game, and the problem is, it's you got these huge like $200 million games that are flopping because nobody wants to buy that shit because they have to put like all this woke crap that doesn't cater to anyone really. It caters to people who don't even buy games. So it's like, why are you even doing this?
Well, isn't video
And then
games
people
like
point
a
it
lot
out,
like
and then
music
game media,
today? Like super watered down? You're not allowed to have like unique. You need to have like, you need to make games in order to get the budget.
yeah.
Like you need to make a game that makes money and makes the investor
Oh,
happy.
did you hear about Assassin's Creed?
I heard I read a couple of headlines that it was like either canceled or delayed or something like that.
Nah, so they're trying to make Assassin's Creed Japan, right? Like an Assassin's Creed game taking place in like feudal Japan.
Right.
But they're trying to make the main protagonist a black guy. Because apparently in history there was like one black guy.
Oh yeah. That's so crazy how. All right.
I'm sorry. We're not, as an Asian man, we're not diverse enough for you. I mean, what the fuck?
Hey, how are you? I'm on the phone. I'm sorry. I'm not talking to myself. Okay, let me get my dog. I'm so sorry, guys. This is the worst podcast guest ever. Come on, baby. Come on.
I'm not gonna say you're the worst. I've seen worse. I mean,
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to think of who was worse.
Disconnected and yeah. So yeah, you got to do what you got to follow what the masses want, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's horrible. It's stupid and it's horrible, but they'll still like, hopefully eventually they'll realize that this is how stupid this is. It's going to unfold, man. It's going to settle itself.
Yeah.
One way or another, like this is a phase. The aliens will be back before before we know it. So,
oh, the aliens or Jesus, whoever shows up first, I guess.
Yeah. But you want to hear something kind of okay? So,
all right,
because I'm feeling patriotic and I'm not making any commentary about where this podcast, because if we say we lean one way or another, then you'll get like shadow banned or whatever, right?
Nah, fuck it. I'm not monetized. Say whatever the fuck you want.
So
just don't be dropping no N bombs
before the fucking assassination attempt.
Yeah.
For like several days, the freaking, and I wonder if anybody else noticed this, but for several days, I kept seeing these like reels and like social media like videos about Ronald Reagan's assassination attempt.
Before?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And they're coming out, I think, with a Ronald Reagan like movie, but like I kept seeing like little like videos of Ronald Reagan and like the iconic "you missed" moment and like attempts on his life and stuff, and I was like, oh, this Ronald Reagan was a badass. And then like 2 days later, all of a sudden, and then like everybody's saying like in the comment section, oh, you missed, and I was like, and that shit was one of the weirder things, like when it
You're like, this isn't a coincidence.
Yeah. Have you talked about that on the podcast? Actually,
I
know
have actually. My
Jason.
yeah, I did with Jason. We did a whole thing on
Yeah.
the assassination attempt. He thinks that it was yeah, there was a lot of weird, shady details about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. It just all. I didn't think that it seemed scripted, but all I know is that was like the biggest, weirdest thing to me. Is that yeah, for sure, that was like the weirdest thing to me. Like,
so you were seeing all these like things on your algorithm about Ronald Reagan like a couple days before.
Oh yeah.
And you had never like even looked it up or anything.
I've never even thought of the name Ronald Reagan. I have actually. I thought he was a good president when he was around, but like, you know,
but you never like looked him up or anything.
Hell no. I'm not. That's not a part of my. Yeah, that was weird to me. That's like, you know, that was I was like thinking when it happened, there was no way that could be staged. I feel like even if it was. Even if it did seem staged, there was not nearly enough evidence for people to just outright say that it was staged. Like, but one thing that like kind of like made me weirded out was like, yeah, most certainly the whole Ronald Reagan thing, and like, you know, like the balloon popping, and I kept like seeing like stuff like that. Yeah. So that.
Yeah, that whole scene is kind of fucked.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this country's going insane, folks. But it's all good. Everyone,
that's
just remember
one thing that you called that, you know, we've been talking about for some time, and I keep thinking like, you know, I keep thinking it's gonna happen any day now, but you keep saying that we're Rome, and you know, eventually, like our demise is coming.
Yeah, we are kind of going the way of Rome, but
yeah.
But I think that's historically inevitable. I think every great civilization kind of goes down that path.
Is that where you put it on?
It's the never-ending cycle of history, man.
Yeah. Man is dumb. Man think they're smart. Man gets spoiled. Man die.
Yeah.
Has to restart.
And then they get divided, and then they can't agree on shit, so they can't get anything done.
Right. Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know. I think we went on for a good while. What do you think?
No, I want to keep talking. Are there still people in here?
Yeah, there's still people in here.
No, it's definitely. Oh God, I feel like there's been so many technical difficulties. I'm really sorry again about all the distractions.
No, man, it's all good. I'm used to it.
I'll be a lot more set up with my tripod and everything next time for sure.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, don't worry, guys. I plan on having Isaac way more often. Well, as much as he's available.
I'll be available for the next a little bit. Yeah, on the weekends.
Yeah, and we could do some pre-records. Man, we still got so many topics to do, man. We got like
it's endless. Yeah.
We got like food topics. There's stuff I want about Korea. I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, and I also got Jason agreed that he's going to interview you and I. On our like fucked up church experiences.
Okay.
I think that'll be the next one we do. You, me, and Jason, and then we just tell him about like our crazy church stories. Oh, and Jason can tell you about the time he actually saw a living pterodactyl. Like other people in this field have had like encounters with like Bigfoot or Dogman. Yo, my man straight up saw a fucking dinosaur.
I mean, this one is kind of weird because there are a lot of like prehistoric birds that are still living today. But anyways, yeah.
But this thing wasn't like he saw it in the distance. This thing like passed him like 5 feet away.
Yeah.
So we could talk about all that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Don't worry, guys. You will be seeing plenty more of this.
I'll be more entertaining next time, guys. Sorry, this is like, you know, virgin territory.
Oh, look at what Overbuilt said. He said, "I hope I do not miss it." Isaac, Donnie. Guy seems cool. Thanks. Everyone here thinks you're a cool ass dude.
Automotive. Yeah.
I think Uncut is trying to say
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We should do a podcast where we just speak Korean to each other and then just like nobody can understand us and just be like, yeah, you're all left out. Learn
Well, we
Korean,
should
bitches.
do like a Korean episode, like a Korean edition, and just talk about all Korea.
We could talk about. Oh, and people also like talking about food, and you are the food expert. Like Isaac is like knowledgeable on food, like legitimately.
You know how I know that I'm actually a foodie?
What?
Foodies think that they're foodies.
Right.
Or not. People who aren't foodies think that they're foodies.
Right.
I have dived so deep into the world of food, I have recognized that I am not a foodie and that I still have so much to learn. I've been humbled.
But you're still way more of a foodie than any of us here or people in the chat.
Yeah. Talk food for sure. Maybe
we gotta talk food.
Maybe you can come out here, do a California episode, and we can fucking like vlog some food. We can go to like the local fucking Bigfoot sighting spot one of these days.
Dude, I want to see what you look like in a ghost investigation.
No, okay.
No.
It's not gonna happen. Please don't.
Dude, going to the woods looking for Bigfoot or Dogman at night is, in my opinion, way scarier.
It's beautiful though. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not going to the woods. All right, aliens. We'll go to Joshua Tree and we'll go alien.
What? That's Joshua Tree? Do you know this? Okay, do you know the stories I've been hearing about Joshua Tree?
30 minutes away from me, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe we could like summon like UFOs and dude, they got skinwalkers there, man. I didn't want to mention that.
All right, just don't come to California.
No, I'm just kidding. I'll go. I'll
come
go
to California.
I used to live there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, back in the day, huh?
Back in the Dizzy.
Yeah.
No, we'll go to Joshua Tree. I think that sounds like a whole lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, that'd be cool if you came for a weekend, man.
I didn't know you were so close to Joshua Tree. You're only 30 minutes away. Damn.
45 minutes. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to set something up.
I'm sure some of your people in your crew and your posse are fucking around.
A lot of them are all like central, like Texas and Missouri and Michigan.
I'll show you some fucking awesome Korean food, man. I know all the spots now.
Oh, you know all the spots?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, have a good night.
All right, peace out, folks. We're gonna be done. Joe, stay online. I'm just gonna end the stream.
Okay.
All right.